This is week 14 studs and duds from Dawg Pound Daily. We'll run through them pretty quickly. Studs: Jadeveon Clowney, defensive end; Myles Garrett, defensive end; and also the tight end David Njoku, who did have some catches, but I think he's going to get even more involved. Duds: Tony Fields, Jack Conklin, offensive lineman, and cornerback Denzel Ward. And again, I think some of the defensive issues, I think they're asking guys to do things that just are not their strengths.
Again, you and I have had this conversation before that, the job, I think, of a coach is, putting your players in positions to be successful. And throughout the season, I don't think Joe Woods has done that. We've seen, at times throughout the last couple of seasons that, even if the defense gets off to a sluggish start, they kind of figure things out. This year, it's just not happening. And, it could be, injuries could be a result of it. But I've said before, when a group underachieves almost collectively, the first place I think you have to look at is coaching and, figure out, are these guys in the right scheme? Is the scheme being molded to what they can do, or are they being asked to fit into roles that, kind of come on a sheet of, this is what our defense is going to look like. This is what you need to do, as opposed to saying, okay, this is what you do well. We're going to accentuate that. We're going to do this and this and this to get the most out of you and try and minimize those weaknesses as much as possible. We didn't see that. We really haven't seen that much at all this season. And, you look at those duds on there, obviously Fields and Ward had back-breaking penalties in the loss. Jack Conklin, he struggled a little bit. I think with some injuries and whatever. The offensive line in general did not have a good game in Cincinnati. But, it was encouraging to see that, Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney played well again. We'll see if that, if they continue again in 2023, or if Andrew Berry decides to try and get a new running man alongside Myles Garrett, whether it's through another free agent or a draft. But I would have to imagine this defense looks pretty different from the top down next season.